Hi, my name is Isha and I'm a corporate behavioral trainer and also the co-founder of Foodaholics. So back when I was growing up and very young, my mother spoke to me for the first time about menstruation and periods only months before I actually got my first period. Fortunately, she left me wanting to speak to nobody else outside of her to get more information. So I never felt the need, the urge, the necessity to go walk up to my father and speak to him about my periods. That you don't necessarily go up to other gender and speak about this because A, maybe they don't understand, or B, maybe it's something they're not comfortable with. It was never made clear. But I haven't ever spoken to my father openly about my menstruation or my periods. Another experience that sort of sealed the deal for me back when I was young is when the school decided to have a sex education class and have both the girls and the boys sit in two separate rooms and give them this orientation. So that sort of, validated the fact that you don't speak about your reproductive system or your periods or your menstruation to boys, back then boys, because, it's just, they don't need to be spoken about this too. So school as an institution which happens to have the maximum influence on an individual, when they sort of choose this approach, young girls tend to understand that maybe this is not something boys are comfortable being spoken with about. But gradually, now at this particular age, years later, I am a sister to a brother who knows everything, who I am comfortable speaking to about as far as my periods, menstruation, my pregnancy, delivery, everything is concerned. My husband tends to know more about a woman's body and its functions more than I do. And I find a lot of comfort, happiness. I feel relaxed around their company. And I would like for more women to experience this. I believe men already know everything that they need to know. It's just about us taking the first step. So be the first to open up about your periods, your menstruation. Go make that first attempt. Talk to them. The men in your life really want to help you. It's just about you letting them know you want help. So, and it's not necessarily always about help. It's just having someone to speak to with, without any gender biases, or having a gender-free conversation, as I would like to say, right? So be the first to open up about this conversation. So back then I never felt the need to speak to my father about my periods or menstruation. But now that I have a baby and I underwent the entire process, the entire pregnancy, my delivery, my postpartum, in the company of all the important men in my life, including my father, I find a lot of comfort discussing my physiological changes with him. I was okay telling him that my mood swings are owing to the extreme hormonal changes in my body postpartum. So I felt there was a whole world that I missed out while I was growing up. Like, had I had this comfort with my father, had I taken the first step, like this time I was confident about opening up that, hey, my father gave birth to me along with my mother. I'm sure he knows about me and he knows how men and women function physiologically. And had I spoken about things to him earlier on, I would have had one more person to make me feel comfortable during the days when I needed attention. So, but at least it's better late than never, and it's great that I have a brother, a husband, a father who understand everything that I'm experiencing. And yeah, I think more women should experience this. So if someone hasn't already, I would urge you to take the first step. Go speak to the men in your life. They really want to help you. Maybe they aren't really sure if we are comfortable talking about our bodies with them. And it's not about seeking help as much as seeking comfort or convenience. Like having your brother just make a run to the chemist shop and get you your sanitary pads, and you have that one person to do that for you. So yeah, so be the first to open up to the people in your life, be it men, women. I urge the men also in your life to sort of be the first to ask you questions, if any. Let's create a safe environment. Let's create an environment of comfort, of convenience for the women in your life. I really support this initiative by KD Blossom. Be the first.